This video is sponsored by Zip Health, an online pharmacy specialized in ED treatments. Donnie Yen is arguably the current day's Bruce Lee of the film industry. Yen is widely credited for bringing MMA into the mainstream Asian cinema, and credited by many for contributing to the popularization of Wing Chun worldwide, similar to how Lee popularized and introduced martial arts through his films as well. While in many people's eyes no one can be compared to Bruce Lee, these two men deserve to be pit against each other in a martial arts combat to figure out once and for all who would win in a real fight. But before we start the duel, I want to quickly introduce you to this video's sponsor. Performing in bed. That's not something we generally talk about, especially when things go wrong. But more than 50% of men experience some degree of erectile dysfunction. Even worse, 75% of the guys who suffer from ED don't do anything about it. The crazy thing is that ED is easily treatable. Treatments like generic Viagra work for 80% of men in less than 60 minutes. That's where Zip Health comes in. It's the easiest, most affordable, and safe way for guys to get help. You can get generic Viagra for just $1.40 a pill. It's basically the exact same formula as Viagra, but a whole lot cheaper, simply because you're not paying for the brand name. It's also important to note that the treatment is FDA approved, and you can use the link in the description to get 10% off for the next 30 days. And the whole process is completely discreet and fully online. There's no need to schedule an awkward face-to-face doctor appointment and then going to the pharmacy to buy the drugs. All you need to do is simply answer a few questions on their website, and a team of US licensed physicians reviews your answers and issues your prescription if you're eligible. The service also has great reviews. And here is how simple the process is. Just a few clicks of a button, then your pills are sent with express delivery up to your doorstep in a discreet package. And again, don't forget to go to the description of the video to click on a 10% off link, which is going to work for the next 30 days. And now we're ready to start.
Round 1. Fight!
In round 1, we will be comparing the physical attributes of these two martial artists. Bruce Lee was 5'8", while interestingly enough, Donnie Yen is 5'8". Weight-wise, Lee was around 145 pounds, while Donnie Yen is at 165. While 20 pounds is not a game changer, it does make a difference. To give a reference point, in UFC, Bruce would be a featherweight, that is, without cutting weight, while Yen would fight at welterweight, which is 2 divisions higher. Taking the weight difference into account, in the first round, Donnie Yen doesn't do much damage, but he gets a head start.
Round 2.
Another factor which plays a huge role in a fight is your fitness and stamina. While Donnie Yen is an amazing martial artist and demonstrates an incredible physique, Bruce Lee is known as a training/fitness maniac. As Chuck Norris described it,
he was a fanatical trainer. When he and I'd work out, we'd work out for 3 or 4 hours in his backyard. And after we finished working out, we'd go into the living room and I'd sit down on the couch and Linda, his wife, would bring me a glass of iced tea. Well, Bruce would drop down on the floor and start doing crunches.
Bruce combined aerobics, strength training, and flexibility, and used to do cycling, running, and jump roping regularly. If you take a look at some of his workout plans, he was essentially training every day, nearly all day long. While both men deserve respect in their fitness department, Bruce Lee wins this round.
Round 3.
The third round is most likely the most important one, as we will compare Bruce Lee's and Donnie Yen's martial arts backgrounds and training methodology, something that is a huge game changer in a real fight. Bruce Lee is considered by many to be the father of MMA. He started cross-training various martial arts when hardly anyone else was doing it. He is also famous for being the first well-known figure to adapt a philosophy in martial arts which he described as absorb what is useful, reject what is useless, and add what is essentially your own, criticizing many martial arts for teaching ineffective techniques while seeking and choosing what is most practical. He trains such martial arts as judo, boxing, and wrestling, all of which are very effective in a real fight. He also encouraged and practiced full contact sparring with protective gear. Meanwhile, Donnie Yen also holds an impressive list of learned martial arts and achievements, including 6th Dan in Taekwondo, winning gold medals in various wushu competitions, a black belt in judo, and a purple belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, training experience in wrestling, Muay Thai, kickboxing, and boxing. By many other martial arts actors and fighters, Yen is acknowledged as the best fighter in terms of practical combat in the Asian cinematic universe. This was a statement made by Jackie Chan, Jet Li, and even Mike Tyson, who said that Yen is an incredible martial artist and would do well in authentic combat. Yet while both martial artists have an incredible martial arts background, there is a huge difference. First of all, Bruce Lee essentially trained mixed martial arts at a time when this sport was not even existing. He had to find all the pieces by himself and try to fit them together. Meanwhile, Donnie did not only practice the most important aspects of MMA, but he also trained these practices at a time when they were much better polished and well combined due to the existence of UFC. Aside from this factor, while Bruce was exposed to grappling and learned the basics of it, Yen had the opportunity to train and master Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, a grappling art that proved time and time again to offer a superior advantage against strikers, especially at the times when BJJ skills were known only by one of the two competing fighters. With Bruce having no experience in BJJ, Donnie having a purple belt in it would give him a huge advantage. Taking these two very important points into account, Donnie Yen wins this round by causing some serious damage, leading us to move into
Final round. Fight!
Few individuals are as amazing in martial arts as Bruce Lee and Donnie Yen, and they both deserve the greatest respect. But while many consider Bruce to be an unbeatable fighter, considering the weight difference and martial arts experience advantage of Donnie, this duel is won by
Finish him! Fatality.
Donnie Yen. If you're interested to see who would win in a fight between Steven Seagal and Jackie Chan, click on this video right here. Thank you for watching, and as always, I wish you to own your journey.